bro.
Yeah, boy.
No.
What's up, my chest? It's been a while. You
Facts.
know, I had to handle school, but I'm
Right.
back. I'm back. I'm back. I
It's been
gotta
a
get
while.
back in my stuff. There's a lot has happened in the NBA.
Yeah.
Fights,
Facts.
crazy games,
Facts.
crazy jesters.
Yeah.
Let's get
Episode
this started, man.
27, son. Episode
Episode
27.
27.
Missed the week, but
Yeah.
we alright. We back. We ain't missed too much time. You know what I'm saying? But we can just continue the conversation we was just having about Memphis and
Yeah,
John
man.
Morant.
Memphis, I don't know what's going on. Too many injuries, bad chemistry in the
Uh,
locker room.
mm-hmm.
You got Bane fighting with
Aldama.
Adama.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good for the team. We was the second seed, and I don't know, we just started losing. Jaren Jackson was out for a couple games,
Mm-hmm.
and by the time Jaren Jackson came back, John Morant was gone.
Yeah.
He was injured. He had to take some games off, and we
Mm-hmm.
was in the sixth game losing streak.
I think so. Y'all in the 8th seed now.
No,
I
no,
mean
no.
the
I
6th
think
seed, 6th
we
seed.
sixth seed. Yeah, we moved up since
I don't
the
understand
last
that
game.
though. I don't know how they move up and everybody else move down when we all won games.
I don't understand it too, because
Because
let me take a
we
look at.
won by more points than y'all beat the Heat by. We beat the Nets by like I don't know, let me check. We beat them by 15 points and y'all beat the Heat by 2. But for some reason y'all jumped to 6. I could understand if y'all probably moved up to 7 or something.
Yeah,
But
like
like
come on, man. Like we was the second seed,
yeah,
and you let the Warriors pass us.
yeah.
Like
The Warriors been yesterday. I ain't gonna lie. The Lakers disappointed me. I wasn't hating on the Warriors. Like I didn't care who won. It's just Luca sold my parlay, bro. By
okay,
2
okay,
points,
okay.
bro.
Yeah,
By 1 point, actually. I need him to get 20. The month had 19, bro.
19.
Yes, bro. Austin Reeves had 31. Braun had 33. Like I don't know what happened to Luca, bro. He lost his powers going to LA, son. Maybe it's just LeBron James got to go. Maybe they ship LeBron and LeBron James Jr. out of there.
Yeah, probably.
But but
But we can only see in the summer.
word. We'll get back to that later. But yeah, the Grizzlies, I don't know what the hell happened to them. Y'all was pretty much far ahead of everyone, you know. Well, y'all was right there with the Rockets, and then now y'all got the same record as the Timberwolves. So I don't know what happened.
I don't know. I don't know if this a scheme they trying to do to get an easier playoff run with the cause six seed play the Nuggets. We can beat them. We
That'll
can
be
beat them.
that'll
That'll
be
be a good series though.
yeah, that'll be extremely difficult for y'all to win. I ain't even gonna sit here and act like that's an easy series. Yeah, I would probably better off playing the Mavericks. Not Mavericks.
The Rockets.
Rockets. Sorry, why did I say Mavericks? But
Yeah, we will have to be seven seed, and you will have to play Denver. But y'all beat Denver before. Yeah,
we beat them last year. I think we beat them this year. Every game we played. But the playoffs is a different beast, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and say that we're gonna beat them in the playoffs if we play. I can't sit here and say that. We went to 7 games with them.
yeah.
We went to 7 games with them. So
You
I don't
never
know.
know. You never know. Jokic might be in his revenge.
Word.
All right, on the Timberwolves if y'all play the Nuggets again.
Maybe that's why I'm not sitting here trying to say that we're gonna beat them if we play them. I honestly want to play the Rockets. So if we make it, I think we could beat the Rockets in 7 in a playoff setting.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The
It'll be a
Rockets,
good
no offense, is
series.
the weakest team in the playoffs.
Yeah,
Looking at the playoffs, I think they're the weakest team out of all of the West. Like, I know I don't want to play the Lakers. I know that. I don't want to play Golden State. I don't want to play OKC, even though we can beat OKC. It's not far fetched, but I don't want to put myself in that predicament. You know, if we can make it to the second round, we good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even the Clippers, because I think if the Clippers play the OKC, they should be.
Yeah. I feel like the Clippers could beat OKC.
Yeah, they
Kawhi,
yeah.
Kawhi,
Kawhi been bugging, bro. Kawhi,
healthy Kawhi is dangerous.
yeah, bro. Kawhi, I don't know. He the only player I know to get 4 leg surgeries and come back cooking, bro. I don't know. He out here moving mad shifty. I'm like, what happened? What did he? Is he on PEDs or something? How he moving like this, bro? I don't know, son.
I don't know.
But
Because I was watching the highlights and I was like, whoa, what was this when Paul George was there?
word, he over there hurt every other day, bro.
Every season hurt.
Yes,
So
bro.
Paul George bag.
Yeah, bro. Now Paul George over there missing the playoffs. That's good for his ass anyway, bro. Nobody told him to leave, bro.
No, like
He
I ain't
could have
gonna lie.
stayed, and we would have been good, bro.
I feel like the Sixers might trade him this summer.
Good. Get him out of there. Pack him up. I didn't want him there in the first place. Pack him up. They over there getting carried by Quentin Grimes, bro. Like that's so
Quentin Grimes
embarrassing.
is he been playing well.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's Quentin Grimes, bro. He was nothing but a role player until he got to Philly, bro.
Well,
Not saying he wasn't nice. I'm not saying he wasn't nice, but he was a role player everywhere else until he got to Philly.
it take one team to give that one player a chance to prove himself,
Word. Because
show
now
that he can.
Maxi's out for the season, McCain out for the season, and Beat out for the season, Paul George out for the season. So literally it's only uh Grimes, yeah. And we play them tomorrow. Nice. Knowing us we're
I
gonna
hope
lose that
Grimes
game.
don't go crazy. I hope
He
he don't
most
be
likely will.
crazy.
He most likely will, bro. We probably I wouldn't be surprised if we lose that game. Because our next few games, we probably win that one. But then we play the Bucks, and then we play the Grizzlies, and then we play Brooklyn, then Utah. Our last game of the season is against Utah. So we could end out the season on a good note, but then again, losing 2 games ain't too good for us. We might
Why
end the
not?
season out 3-2. Playoffs start next week. Oh no, not
Let's
next week.
start next week.
Because the last day of the season is the 13th. So the 13th is. I don't think the playoffs don't start the 14th, but it start I think the 15th. I think it start. Let me see.
15.
Let me
Yeah,
see.
it does. The
Yeah,
15th.
yep.
The
April
play-in.
15th. Play-in tournament. Yeah, so the play-in start April 15th, which is kind of crazy because if the Timberwolves is in the play-in, that's gonna be too much.
Yeah.
Because I feel bad for the playing teams because they got. Well, I don't feel bad, but like y'all got to play that extra game, probably extra 2 games, just to play another 4-5 games, bro. It's
I
mad
feel
games to
bad for
play.
Dallas.
I call that, bro. I
Yeah,
call that.
Dallas went downhill.
I also feel
Bad.
bad for Sacramento. I don't know what happened there. I thought there was a good team. They went down. They went down the gutter.
You need to build
Mad
the
fast.
chemistry, bro.
Facts. They went
Like they
down the
just
gutter mad fast.
the more DeRozan thinking that he could just take the Chicago team he had and bring it to the Kings,
Word.
and it's gonna work like that. No, they're gonna have to take some time and build chemistry over the summer. They still could make the playoff. You never know. They could beat Dallas.
Yeah, they can beat Dallas. I wouldn't be surprised. 'Cause that's not Dallas. They're not bad, but they're not crazy good either until Kyrie come back. But that's not until the end of next season. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what do you expect from Dallas right now?
Nothing. Gary's quiet. He's
I don't know why they made that trade. That trade sent them to the bottom.
quiet, man. Oh,
I would cry.
I hope the Grizzlies. Who we play next? Let's see. This Saturday we play the Pistons. We can beat them.
Anytime I see a player of mine or on my team collapse, I just boy, my heart just dropped.
Yeah, I just leave it alone. You know what can I say? Disappointment.
No word.
Disappointment, bro. Paul George disappointed me so bad. I don't know what to say about him. His
What can you
mentality
say?
is bad. I don't like his mentality. It's horrible. It's
The
like he don't want to
more
be the best. He
No, that's
settled for
true.
less.
The more I've heard him talk since he left the Clippers, or even when he was leaving the Clippers, I'm like, bro, this guy just be talking. Like,
Yeah,
what do
he
you
be
mean?
saying
Like they offered him a certain amount of money, this, that, and the third. He wanted more. What did you do to deserve more? Because you played more games? Nah, bro. You made us lose to the Mavericks. We never lost to them before. Now we lose to them, and then you know what I'm saying. James Harden was actually playing good in that series. To
yeah.
where if you would have at least showed up for like 2 games, we would have been good, bro. I'm over there fighting, watching him just dribble, dribble, dribble. All he do is over dribble, bro. Like I don't know, bro. He had no business going to Philly. Of all teams, you want to win, you could have at least went to Denver, bro.
Could have went to Denver.
Like I understand that
I
they didn't trade
called
to
him.
the Warriors for a reason. If he would have went to the Warriors, it probably would have been worse than this Jimmy Butler thing going on. Like as
Mm,
in like they would have been better. Like they probably wouldn't have
mm.
started the season off bad.
Yeah, they would have been way better because I feel like if Paul George was traded to the Warriors, I feel like Draymond would instill that winning mentality in his head. Like he every
Yeah,
time Paul George is in the playoffs, he last time he was like in the winning mentality was with the Pacers with Roy Herbert and George Hill, Lance
yeah.
Stevenson, and David West.
That and I probably 2021 because he actually made the Western Conference Finals. He just I guess they ran out of gas. I don't know what happened for them to lose like that
Hmm.
because they went 6 games with the Suns. They could have went to the finals that year. But what's it called? Yeah, like I don't know. Paul George, he from what I hear, like he not one of them players that you could talk crazy to and expect him to play better. Like you gotta talk to him nicely. Like nah, bro. If you playing like a hoe, you playing like a hoe, bro. Simple as that. Like
Hmm.
let's go, make the next one, bro. Like come on, like. But maybe that's just the New York side of me. That just I know how when people say certain things, like they not trying to come at my character. They just want me to play better. Like in high school and when Coach Green used to talk crazy to us, like we knew what he was saying. Like it wasn't like we over here crying, like why he talking like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, high school was Coach Green was talking
PTSD.
for a reason. He was talking like that for a reason.
Oh, yeah. Thinking of high school basketball is PTSD, bro.
PTSD. I don't want to talk about
Oh, yeah,
it.
leave that alone.
That's yeah, yeah.
Leave that
Good
alone.
memories though, but
Word, word. But yeah, back to the Grizzlies. So the Desmond Bain thing happens. Then they fire the coach. Then John Morant comes back, does the gun thing.
got fined for 75K.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. And supposedly Jaren Jackson, they got him sitting out so he don't win DPOY, so they don't have to pay him. Because if he
Yeah,
wins, he gets a whole lot of money.
yeah.
To me, I would sue them. Why are you forcing me to sit down?
That's not right for a team to do.
Like, because you don't want to pay me, you got me sitting down, gang? That's crazy. You got
It's a
all the
low
money to
market
pay me.
team.
Well, if I win DPOY and we at least make a run in the playoffs, to be honest, bro, I'm one of those. All these teams are not bad, bro. They're playing bad on purpose, bro. I don't believe you really this bad to be playing like this. Like, because we be seeing teams upset players. Like, we see Charlotte beat Boston. Well, we haven't seen it, but like, we will see Charlotte beat Boston one day, and the next day they can't make a shot against a worse team. Like,
Yeah,
I don't believe every team is just tanking is that bad, bro. Like, y'all just not playing hard. Because y'all was good
it
in high
might
school. Y'all was good in college. Why now y'all not good enough?
the money.
Yeah, money get to their head and the gal get to their head, bro. So
Yeah,
they're not
money,
focused.
fame. They got so much endorsements. They
Yeah,
can't
bro.
focus. When you see Kobe in the commercial a lot,
What do you mean?
like you see how Kobe when he was in the NBA, he didn't
Oh
have a lot of time for a lot of other things. He stayed
yeah,
in the gym and grind, and he played hard every day.
yeah.
Same as Jordan. Everybody not gonna have the same mentality in the NBA.
Facts. That's true. But that it's just annoying when you like. It's one of those where I feel like certain players they just choose to take a game off. Like
Yeah,
you could put money on Tatum to get 20 points. He averaged 30. This one game he decided to score 15 points.
15 points.
Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, I don't understand it. Like, you know, even with the Jaren Jackson situation, like, you should not be forcing me to play. Like, we could at least work something out. Like, I'm not gonna demand the max money, even though I deserve it. If I really want to win, I'm not gonna demand it. Feel me? And then if I'm John Morant, I'm looking at that like, come on, bro, because stuff like that will break up a team. Like, y'all don't really care to win. All
Yeah,
this low market this, low market that. We got a chance to do something, and y'all not trying to do nothing.
they're really not trying to do nothing. It's like I see the Grizzlies team breaking down right now.
Yeah, they breaking down.
They're breaking down. Fire coach in at the end of the season. That was a
Mhm.
crazy move.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. That was crazy.
I had looked into some information about that, and it looked like the manager for the Grizzlies didn't like the way he was playing. His leadership, the pick and roll plays, he didn't see a future with that type of play style. So he decided to part ways with Tyler Jenkins.
Yeah.
I had saw that in the NBA website, and I
Hmm.
read some.
Hmm.
That's what it says. They just parted ways with him, and he wished him the best.
Word.
So um,
It, that's it. I would at least wait till the off season. Y'all can't just bring in a new coach at the end of the season like that. Like, that's not a recipe for success at all.
no, it's
At
not.
at all. Like, if I'm being honest, like, I'm not saying the team is bad or like the team ain't good enough to get you a win or win a playoff series. 'Cause they could win a playoff series depending on where they're seated. But
Yeah,
like, come on, bro. Like, now y'all just change up because coaches have their style. This is an 82 game season. Y'all fire him with 70, like at 71 game. So now for the next 12 plus the player, he gotta try and fit the coaching style.
yep. I
That's
don't
crazy.
even know the new coach name.
Yeah, I didn't even look that up. Their new coach is damn. I should have came in with that information. I don't even know who he is. What a shame. Shame on me. Team roster. The new head coach is Thomas. Is that a L? I don't know if that's Lasalo, Thomas, Tuamas, Lasalo. I guess that's the new head coach. He don't even got a picture on the NBA website. But yeah,
Where did they find this coach?
I think
Where
he's
he
on the
came from?
roster already. I think he's on the coaching staff already. But when they fire the head coach, they just bring in the assistant. They put the assistant coach up.
Yeah, I see.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is ridiculous.
Finnish basketball coach. Wow. Okay. Hey man, let's see what he can do. Like right now, I don't have high hopes for the Grizzlies after that move. I
Yeah,
don't. It's looking bad. All I can do is pray for the best and hope they can win a series. I'm not hoping that. I don't think they could win the chip this year.
and not after all this just went down.
Yeah. If
Like,
that
come.
happened, that would be a miracle.
Oh, breaking news. Dwight Howard is now a basketball Hall of Famer.
How he's a Hall of Famer, but not top 75.
I don't know. That's crazy. He has been selected as the first ballot Hall of Famer for the Naismith Hall of Fame. Yep, TikTok gonna get a
He,
video just
he's the
now.
first one.
First ballot, so it's Melo and him.
Okay. Yeah. Congrats to Dwight. You know,
He
one of
just
the
got
best
elected to
centers.
the Magic Hall of Fame, Orlando.
They're gonna retire his jersey.
They should.
They should retire his jersey.
They should. I mean, he's good enough. He's probably the best player in their history. Besides Shaq. If it's not Shaq, then it's probably him.
Yeah.
T Mac
He
was
did.
good there too, but He ain't play at the level that they did. They both got to the finals. You know,
Wait, Shaq went to the finals with the Magics?
when they played Hakeem, that was like
Oh,
'93. No,
94 or 95? Because Jordan came back
not
96.
no. It was 90. It was probably 94.
Yeah, let me see.
Let me. Yeah, it's probably. I think it was 1994. But yeah, it was Shaq versus Hakeem in the finals. Hakeem won, and then Dwight went to the finals in 2009 against Kobe. So they got it.
It's not 1990.
It's either 94 or 95. It might have been 95.
95. It
Yeah,
was 95.
yeah. So like,
They got swept.
yeah, that was him and Penny. I think he left right after that.
Yeah.
Damn. I just seen this guy Tim Hardaway Jr. hit a buzzer beater from the hash mark. Boy, pull up.
That's one. Oh,
Yeah,
they playing. Who they playing?
the Raptors.
Um, has Brandon Ingram been playing?
Say it again.
Brandon Ingram.
I think they got him sitting for the season.
Okay, they got him sit. 'Cause I know. I remember he got traded to the Raptors. I haven't heard nothing from him
Yeah,
or any
because he had a
highlights.
foot injury.
Okay.
He got a foot injury, but it's like they're not trying to win anyway, so it make no sense to bring him out there. You know what I'm saying? Respect,
Respect.
but yeah. What else has happened since the
Oh, how
last
you
show?
feel about that fight?
Which fight?
Pistons versus Timberwolves.
Oh, yeah. Nah, that fight was funny. I don't think it deserves to go that far. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it made no sense. I mean, it's something that was building up. Like, I ain't gonna lie. What's his name? Isaiah Stewart is a player that I would like to have on my team, but I would hate to play against. Like, he bring the energy that you like from certain players. Like, not everybody got to be the scorer. Some players just got to be the enforcer. Like, you're not gonna play around with my team, bro. Like, you're not gonna mess with my guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he like a Ron Artest. Like, Ron Artest was nice, but like Ron Artest at some points was just the enforcer. He take on the suspensions. He take on the technical fouls. He do all that. He get in the other player's head. He make you mad. You don't want to play against him, bro. But if he on your team, yeah, we rocking with him. But I don't know that Ron Holland was crying. That part had me weak. I'm like, why is he crying? Like, I mean, he was probably mad that he ain't get his hits off or whatever. But I was weak, son.
Yeah.
That just proved Dante part of the team. They got to bring him back.
Mhm.
They got to
You
bring
gotta
him
bring
back,
him
bro.
back.
I ain't gonna lie. I know I had a countdown for Julius Randle's demise. Like I was ready for him to go, but like as of right now, we have I think the last time I checked, it was like an 85 win percentage since he's been back. Like we've won more
Oh,
with him than lost. I think he finally got his what's the word I'm looking for? He finally figured out how to play basketball, so to say. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? Like he was playing trash in the beginning. Now he's playing good. He still has his moments where like I watch him and I'm like, what the hell is he doing? What's wrong with this guy, bro? But
Yeah.
he's been playing good for the most part. His playmaking, he just need to know his personnel. Like Rudy Gobert, you can't throw a bullet pass at him. Certain players, you gotta know how to pass the ball to them. Some of them, they got butterfingers, so you gotta chill with how you passing it. But what? Excuse me. What I like about Julius, he got good intentions with his style of play.
Mhm.
In the sense of he does dumb things, but it's with good intent. Like what he tries to do, like it's not like I'm trying to think of a player, but it's not like he's taking shots just to shoot the team out of the game. Sometimes he used to do like on the Knicks and maybe in the beginning of the season, but I feel like as of late, all his moves, his shots, his passes have been with good intent. Like if you got a little man on you, take him. I'm not
Take
gonna
it.
be mad. If you see an open player, pass the ball. I don't know. Some plays he might do too much. I ain't gonna lie, but he still gets the play done. But I don't know how to feel about Minnesota. We one of those teams. I don't see any team beating us 4 times straight. But then again, I've seen us go on 5 game losing streaks multiple times. So it's one of those where it's like we play slow to start and then we pick it up in the other half. And it's like so you can't do that in the playoffs, bro. It's either pick one or lose. Pick one. Lose or win or lose. You know what I'm saying? But even though I feel like this season we're not winning nothing, I feel like it's gonna put us on track for next season. Like we just need to pick a player to go after. I hear Kevin Durant might want to come here, but
Nas
I
Reed
don't.
is a free agent.
Yeah, they need to sign him back. I don't know what the hell they talking about free agent. Nothing. He ain't a free agent to me, bro. He needs to stay here. Nas Reed go, bro. You gonna see me crying on the timeline, bro. That ain't no joke.
He's a free agent, man.
Nah,
Hopefully
son.
the Timberwolves could resign him.
Hopefully they need to. They playing games if they, because there's no reason you keeping Julius over him. Like, no offense to Julius, I know Julius could score and pass, but Nas Reed is one of those players that could get you a bucket, son. Like he was when Rudy was out, he was the second scorer on the team.
Yep.
They over here playing games. Like, what's going on? I'm over here looking at my parlays. But yeah, like Julius, I don't know where he would fit. I don't think any team would want him. But then again, it's like we would lose too many valuable players to keep Julius. Like we would lose Alexander Walker. We would lose Nas Reed. But then again, if we got to get Kevin Durant, we might have to trade one of them, Nas Reed, Nikhil Alexander, to get KD. And it's like, nah, I don't want to do that.
Ain't KD a free agent?
Nah, I think
No,
he's gonna get traded.
he's gonna get traded. Oh yeah, he still got a lot. Okay.
Yeah, but while I try to figure out some more basketball, matter of fact, let's talk about Melo making the Hall of Fame. Fine, I've seen some people say he don't deserve it. He ain't got no rings and none. But it's Melo. He maybe because he was in Denver first, but maybe because us being from New York, he was on the Knicks and we watched the Knicks versus the Heat, the Knicks versus the Pacers. Like we watched him play over here. Melo is one of those players that you really just try to copy, like with the jab steps and what the hell? Oh no, with the jab steps, with the pump fake, with the mid range. It's Melo. Like when you do the thing like that, that's Melo. Everybody know that. Like against the Bulls when he came down, boom. Like
Hey!
yeah, that was legendary. That's an iconic shot right there,
And he go,
bro. What Melo and he did it twice. He did it to tie the game, then he did it in overtime to win the game. It's like,
yep. I was watching that game live, bro. I fall asleep and woke up. I see Melo pull up 4-3. I was like, what the hell going on?
bro, Melo. I ain't gonna lie. That's when I think of Melo on the Knicks. That's the first thing I think of right there. That specific shot, just because
Hey, that was Melo right there, bro.
like I don't care what nobody say. There's certain players that's in the Hall of Fame that we don't even know or watch. We ain't even know
Yeah.
about them. Melo is a player. Excuse me. He's one of the old school players that care about the next generation. As he just said, he wants to buy the Wizards. He wants to own them and change them for the future. Like, because when I was coming up watching basketball, the Wizards was a good team. John
Yeah.
Wall, Bradley Beal, Nene, all them players. Like, they was a good team. They was in fights with the Celtics. They had good games against the Cavs. Like, they was a good team for a long time. And then, obviously poverty happened. Like, it's still like,
Hey, they got a future with Jordan Poole.
yeah, Jordan Poole over there, Alexander Sarr. They got Marcus Smart now. They've been better since the trade with since they traded Kuzma. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like that's been helping them a lot because they got vets now. Like they got good vets that can score the ball and teach the young players how to move. Because the draft, who they got? Alexander Sarr, he's been really good. I've been watching him since the beginning of the year. I think he's gonna win DPOY one year. I don't know, but he got the potential to win that. You
I
know what
need
I'm
to take
saying?
a look into him.
Yeah, like he started off rough,
Mm-hmm.
but like he figured it out. Like he had a few. I think he had 1 or 2 30-point games, and he's been figuring it out. Like that's the thing about rookies. Like you gotta just let them figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta let them figure it out. Let them find themselves on the court.
Hell yeah, like
You gotta
some
give them
people.
a chance to be themselves.
Yeah, like when you because this draft class, I don't think there's any like generational players in this so-called draft class. Like there's not a Wemby, there's not a LeBron, there's not a Zion. You know what I'm saying? The next one you got Cooper Flag. I don't know if you would consider him generational, but like it's not somebody that you need to have. Like Reese Shea is a great player for the Hawks, but he's not a generational player. Neither is Sar. Neither is Reed Shepard is in the G League, even though I don't think he's bad. Or who else was after them? I don't even remember the picks after them, but you know, it's like he's a good player that you would want to see win. You
True.
know, who's
He is a good player. You don't see.
like I know these teams now they're trying to get Cooper Flag. A lot of teams trying to get Cooper Flag, but
I feel like the Spurs should pick up him.
if the Spurs get him, they're gonna say the NBA is rigged. Because to get Wemby and then get him is gonna be like, damn,
The
it's
Aaron
gonna be.
Fox, Cooper Flag, and Wemby.
Yeah, that. And then if they got vets on the bench like Harrison Barnes,
And
because
you got
Harrison,
Castle.
yeah, Cass is probably one of my favorite players. Like I'll be watching the Spurs just to see him play.
Uh-huh. I can see
Right.
the Spurs become a franchise,
I, I don't
a dynasty soon, real
see that.
soon for the
See
future.
that's the thing. As long as I've been watching basketball, the Spurs have never been bad until now. Like until probably the DeRozan era, where they was
Yeah.
like bottom of the pack or bottom of the league. But like, damn, Jalen Green, wow. But
Until
they
they got
never,
Wemby.
yeah, like they've never been bad. Like they had Tim Duncan, they had who else they had? Come on, Shea, I need 25, man. Make a shot. What hell's wrong with this guy, bro? Come on, give me one.
They're not, they're
Damn,
not even making the playoffs this season.
they almost could have until Wemby went down.
Yeah.
Oh damn, punched it off the glass. Yeah, it's like, come on, bro.
Next
I don't know.
season.
But the NBA is good when the Spurs are good. So it's one of those things. Like the Bulls when they're good, the Spurs. You need like the big teams to be good in the NBA. Like you need
Yeah.
the Spurs, the Bulls, the Celtics, the Lakers, the Knicks, the Mavericks. Oh my gosh. Why Shea pass the ball, bro? I don't like when they do that, bro. Did I say the Rockets already?
Yeah.
The Rockets. What's that? 5 teams. I'm forgetting it. Miami. You need Miami to be good. And
What team?
I'm trying to think. I think that's really it. Like those 6 teams, if they're good, the NBA is like peak. But this year, I cannot lie, probably one of the best seasons I've seen.
This year?
Yeah, like it's probably on par with 2016. I want to see the playoffs, but what Jokic and Shea is doing, bro. Like I'm sitting here watching the Shea game right now against the Rockets. He's disappointed me because I got money on him, so I knew I set him up for failure by putting money on him. But you know, like I don't know. Jokic to me, I know people want Shea to win, but like if Jokic don't win, it's like you're gonna look at his stats years later and be like, how did this guy not win? Against my team, I fell asleep. I woke up 61, 10, and 10.
61, 10 and 10, bro.
Bro, the guy had 30, 20, 20, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like I know Shea is nice, but like Jokic is doing everything. Like he's top 5 in like every stat besides blocks, I think. Something like that. And
And your team is
turnovers.
top 3 in the West?
I know Shea got the defense. This team got the defense and the this and the that, and he got this. He's leading the league in scoring, but Jokic is 3rd in scoring. And like, come on, bro. I don't know what to do with Jokic, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Maybe before it's all said and done, maybe even right now, Jokic might be a top 15 player ever, bro. I ain't gonna like. He got a ring, so it's not like we can't say he don't got that. He got
He got a ring.
he
He got
got
a ring and
three
3
MVPs.
MVPs.
arguably 4 right now. I know everybody's gonna give it to Shea. I know Shea got it, but it's like, how do you not give it to Jokic? Oh my gosh, Jalen
You
Green.
never know, man. Jokic could get it too.
If Jokic win it, I wouldn't be mad. No matter who win it, I wouldn't be mad. But I think it should be a co. I've been saying that for the longest. I said I think it should be a co MVP, bro. You can't pick out of the two. Like they're just. But what I've
That,
heard, go ahead, go ahead.
this is the type of MVP ladder I like to see. Like players competing with each other. You know,
Like
for the last past years, the MVP, you know who's gonna win the MVP in the season.
yeah,
Now this season, you don't know who's gonna really win.
yeah,
It's between Shea and Jokic.
yeah.
So
Like how do I put it? Jokic is doing. Oh no, that's what I remember.
uh,
I forgot who said it, but they said, "Oh, I feel like a lot of people are gonna vote for Shea because he's never gotten it, and we would like to see somebody else new win it." So that's not
yeah,
fair to me in the sense of like you just not gonna vote for somebody because somebody else has too much awards. Like you don't.
that's hating.
That's changing history, bro. Like they
That's
don't want
hating.
because if Jokic wins 4, he has the same amount of MVPs as LeBron.
Yeah,
He got the same amount. He might not have the same amount of rings, but he has the same amount of MVP. LeBron was the last player in the league to win more than 3 MVPs. Nobody besides LeBron has 3 MVPs. And since LeBron has been in the NBA, I don't think anybody has won 4.
can you can you say Jokic is the face of the league?
I don't think he's the face. I ain't gonna lie. Until LeBron, KD, and Steph leave, they ain't no face, bro. Like they ain't no new face. I honestly would prefer it to be Tatum. You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
the reason why I say that is because Tatum is on the Celtics. The Celtics is kind of the best team in the NBA. I know people like OKC, but the Celtics are the best team. Tatum is one of those players. He's not in no drama. You know what I'm saying? He's out of the way. He's not disrespectful. He don't do nothing crazy. Like he might he might look corny, but you know what I'm saying? He's not like an Anthony Edwards where Anthony Edwards is like being funny and charismatic on the court, which is probably what they look for, but you got Anthony Edwards, not to put his business out there, but it is out there. He got 4 kids, and he telling people that he telling the judge he want to pay all child support in one payment. Like, damn, it's stuff like that that's like bringing eyes to the league, but not the eyes you want. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
Tatum, stuff like that ain't good for the league. That's not what you want to see.
it's giving Anthony Edwards a bad look.
You know what I'm saying, like he gonna be he getting eyes from the baby mama community, and we don't like that, bro. Them
Yeah, he
no
gotta
disrespect.
chill, man.
No disrespect to baby mothers, but that's the most annoying uh, area to be on social media. I can't stand them, son. I cannot stand them. They find something wrong with everybody. But what they're gonna say? Oh, just take the ball, damn. But yeah, like I don't know. Like to me, the face of the league, if if he's still elite at the time, because Giannis been elite for like the past 8 years, but if he's still elite at the time of LeBron, KD, and Steph's, I won't say demise. That's God forbid.
Age.
Yeah, like them falling off or retiring.
Mhm.
I think I would say it's probably Tatum or Giannis. It's one of the two.
Okay.
Because I, until I'm proven otherwise, I don't see KD not being the best player in the NBA. I mean, LeBron not being the best. I know it's crazy to say, but like until he retires, he's the best player in the NBA to me. Like
Yeah.
I don't care what you say. People might play better than him, but just because you play better don't make you better. I'm sorry. Like
I would
he's
say
40 years old, going crazy.
I was. All right. I got a scenario in my head. If Curry win the championship this year, is he the best? Is he better than LeBron?
In what aspect?
Player. Is he gonna be the best
Hell no.
player? No.
And hell no. He don't, if he win this
He got
year, he got 4 now. He would have 5. He wouldn't be a better player than LeBron, but he might have a better career. Well, no, I wouldn't even say that. I ain't gonna lie. Because that's the only thing he would have over LeBron is the rings. So LeBron got 4 MVPs. He got 4 Finals MVPs. He got 4 rings. LeBron
All
arguably
right.
should have. They stopped giving LeBron MVPs because of voters fatigue.
Mhm.
Um, but LeBron is the number one scorer in history, and people still say he's not a scorer.
But
You know,
talk about Curry accolades.
Curry's accolades maybe because he ain't played long enough and he was out longer than LeBron was. Like he had injuries where he had to miss a season and miss a lot of games. But like
Yeah.
LeBron is LeBron's resume is too much for Curry to pass him because that means Stephen Curry will be the second best player of all time, arguably top three. But in the last episode we did, I said if Curry wins a fifth ring, he would be undeniably top 10, arguably top five. He would have to be in the Kobe conversation in that top five area. Kobe and Shaq. He would have to be there with Tim Duncan in them. Like, you got to put him above Hakeem, Larry, whoever else they want to
How
try
many
and throw up
rings
in there.
Magic got?
I think Magic got 4 or 5. I'm gonna look it up right now. Magic.
If Curry get this first ring,
Man, to
if he
me,
get
he's
the
already
fifth
better than
ring,
Magic.
he'll be better than Magic.
I think he's already better than Magic to me. I don't know. Magic got 5 rings and 3 Finals MVPs, 3 MVPs.
Mm.
Magic was nice. I don't know. Some people take it to heart when you say Steph is better than Magic, but it's not like I'm dissing Magic. I ain't say Magic trash. It's just what I'm
Yeah.
seeing from Steph is like, bro, he just dropped 50 what, 2 the other day, and he just had 37 yesterday. I watched him drop 37. Like, all you had to do was put a good enough player next to Steph Curry and look at what he's doing. They went from the 10th seed to the 5th seed just by giving him one player. Like, I don't
One
understand.
player, bro. All
Like
it takes was one player.
I'm getting
Jimmy
PTSD from
Butler.
this, bro. Like, I remember when they got, bro, waking up to them getting Kevin Durant was the worst day of my life, bro. Like, that was,
Bro, I turned off my Xbox that day.
bro. I went to sleep. I woke up. It was a summertime too, 4th of July, bro. Woke up. I thought it was fake news. I said, nah, bro,
He
that's
said,
fake.
Warriors. I just like KD so much. Like, how you go against the Warriors? You was up
Mhm.
3-1. You let them come back. They beat you, and you join them.
Bro.
No, bro.
In hindsight, like looking back, that was the best KD ever to me. Like that Kevin Durant. I know OKC was nice, but when you look at what he was doing in Golden State, bro, that KD was scary, bro. I'm sorry, like that. I know people like to say OKC is his best version. I don't think watching him in Golden State was like, what can you do with him? Like you can't do anything
It
because you
was
gotta watch
difficult.
out for Steph. You gotta watch for
Yeah,
Steph. And if you're watching for Steph, that means you leaving him, and you leaving him with probably the second best defender, maybe the third or fourth. So you got, let's just put into scenario. You got Iman Shumpert and probably, I don't know, Matthew Dellavedova on Steph, and you leaving J.R. Smith or Kevin Love to guard KD one-on-one. Pack him up, bro.
it
You know
was
what I'm
too
saying?
much. When
And
KD
then,
joined that team, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, and then you got Klay Thompson there too. It's like,
Yeah, I was gonna mention Klay Thompson. Like, you got KD. KD got the ball. Now you got Curry running around like a mouse on the court. And you got Clay wide open.
bro, scary sights, bro. I'll
And
never.
you got
I just
Draymond
go ahead, go ahead,
Draymond
go
in
ahead.
the court setting screen for Clay and Curry. And you got KD holding the ball. What can you
Bro.
do?
Bro, that was like the scariest time to be about. Like for those 2 to whatever years he was there, I was just like, I don't even know why I'm watching this. We already know who's gonna win. The
Yeah.
only time that I was jumping up for joy was when James Harden was giving it to them, bro. But when they lost, I was mad. I was like, damn, son. Then 2018 LeBron happened. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I thought LeBron was gonna do it, dog. If LeBron would have won that ship, bro, there was
He would
no
have been the
debate.
best player. He
He
would
would have been. He would have been the goat. I ain't gonna lie, because
he would have been the goal.
bro, that 51-point game is still a crazy game to see, bro. Like, I don't think people understand how crazy that game was. For him to have 51, he only lost because of J.R. Smith. They would have won that game if J.R. would have just put the ball back up. And who knows, if they would have won that game, LeBron might have never broke his hand and probably would have went for 50 the whole series, bro. Like I don't know. That was crazy. But then you got 2019 where they played Kawhi, but it was a bunch of injuries. They probably would have never lost that without the injuries. But
Yeah,
that don't take away from what Kawhi was doing.
yeah, yeah. I'm not taking away what Kawhi did. He beat Joel Embiid and Giannis.
It'd be Giannis, Joel Embiid, and I think they played Orlando at first. But
Yeah,
yeah, that was crazy.
that's crazy.
That
I
that
was not
guy that guy
expecting that.
Kawhi, that guy, I was jumping up and down when they won. When they won, I was like, let's go. The Warriors pack them up.
Kawhi, yo, that was the first time Kawhi was like, he was like,
Yeah,
yeah, he did it.
yeah. The what you call it? After that, they blew up the team. So I didn't think Golden State would have won again. Wait, no. Steph got 4 rings, yeah. So I didn't
Mm-hmm.
think they was gonna win again for a while. Like I thought like Steph might retire. That was his last time getting a ring. Fast forward to 2022, all of a sudden he beat the Celtics. I said, damn, this guy, bro. I'm watching it, and that's when I was like, watching that was like, yeah, Steph is top 10. To me, he's a top 10 player. I'm sorry. Like, I know a lot of people might say, no, he's not top 10 yet. No, 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 no. You can't tell me a number one option in NBA history that with 4 rings that's not a top 10 player. Hakeem only got 2. No disrespect to Hakeem. Larry career ended short. He got the longevity, the accolades, and he's got the skill. So I don't know why people try to argue that he's not top 10. Hakeem got 2 rings, and he got the defense and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Steph got better on defense. I'm not saying he's a lockdown, but like people can't just bully him like they did before.
You know,
Like you can't really just attack Steph like you used to. But it's like, come on,
he
bro.
built some muscle on it.
Yeah, bro. 2022 was an eye opener, bro.
Yeah, he really showed everybody.
Yeah,
Everybody was saying Curry's not winning. Curry not winning. Curry not winning. Curry not winning the chip. He's not going to the finals. I don't think the Warriors could go to the finals. What Curry did, beat the Kings, beat the Grizzlies. Who they played in the Western Conference Final
I think it was the
that year?
Grizzlies. They beat
No,
Denver. They beat Denver. They beat Memphis, and they beat Dallas.
Dallas, yes.
Yeah, bro.
And you went to the final and play against Boston and beat them. Tatum could have had 2 rings right now.
Literally. No, literally. He could have had 2 rings. If he would have had 2 rings, it would have been a different story. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. I'm happy for Tatum, man. One of my favorite players. Right
I ain't
after
happy. He
John
just sold
Morant.
my parlay. He needed 25. He had 23. That's what I'm talking about, bro.
The game ended.
Yes, bro.
That's you see, I haven't bet in a while. I'm gonna stay away from
Sick
that.
and tired of this guy, bro. I'm sick and tired, bro. Because everybody else is doing it. Anthony Davis not playing, so that don't count. I need Shea to get 25. Cleveland is beating the Spurs. Detroit is beating Toronto. I need the Lakers to win today. I don't know who they play. They play the Pelicans. I need 20 from Braun, and I need 15 from Austin Reeves. I need Steph to I needed, sorry. Steph to drop 20, Draymond to grab 4 boards, Jokic to grab 8 boards, and Jimmy to get 4 assists, and Tatum to get 25. All that, it was $50 I would have won, but still, bro, like I still got one more parlay in for $5. I just need Shea to go crazy this last quarter. I need a few people to pick it up, but I could win
He
$100 from
got
that one.
19. He shooting bad.
Yeah, they locking him up. That's how I'm watching it. They fakely locking him up. Maybe if I watch the damn Celtics game,
All
Tatum
they
would have
gotta
cashed
do
it.
is stop Shea. Once you stop Shea, that team is done.
They got J Dub trying to do his thing right now.
But he's not gonna drop the same amount of points as Shea. If you slow down Shea, you can beat OKC.
Yeah,
Because he's the main scorer. He be
literally.
dropping 30, 40, 50, 50.
Yeah,
If you cut that half, you win.
yeah, that's true. That's true. But I've seen games where they try to lock up Shea, but everybody else just can't miss.
Everybody else,
Yeah, like J Dub would go crazy. Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins. Trying to think who else they got. Who they got over here? I've seen games where Dort don't miss. That'd be pissing me off. I'm like, you so like his name pissed me off. I've never seen like off of a name alone. I don't like him. Like
you
don't like him as a
can't say
crazy.
that.
It's crazy.
You can't say
No,
that, bro. He's a zone. I
I know.
support him.
It, name is crazy. My fault. Off his name, I wouldn't say I don't like him, but he just get me mad. Like Dort. Like it just feel like, bro, come on. Like right now, he got 2 points, but when I put money on him for the under, that's when he can't miss. It's like, bro,
He's making a name for himself with defense though.
yeah, he's a good defender. I know that for a fact. Oh,
He
CJ
locked
Stroud
down
out here.
a lot of good players this season.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Dangerous, bro. Dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. But what's it called? I feel like Milwaukee. I ain't gonna lie. I know Dom. He said he was gonna join, but I don't know if he's gonna make it on time. But it's looking spooky for them. I ain't gonna cap.
the Bucks.
Yeah, because Dame is out for until his blood clots go away. They're fighting for their life right now. Like Giannis' second best player right now at this point is probably Brook Lopez. And as I've said before, that's not where you want to be.
Yeah,
They're,
that's
they
not where you want to be.
I don't think. Yeah, it might be too late, but they can't pass the Pacers for fourth. They're fifth in. Oh, they're fifth in the East, right above. They got the same exact record as the Pistons.
Yeah,
The Pistons won, so they might pass them. The Pistons might pass them and beat. If I'm the Bucks, I say I want to play the Knicks first. I ain't gonna lie. Let me play the Knicks. I don't want to play Indiana. If Brook Lopez is my second best player, give me the Knicks. Indiana run too much, bro. Like they do too much running for me. So I would want to play the Knicks, bro. Let the Pacers and the Pistons go into a dogfight. You know what I'm saying? Then we'll see whoever is in the conference finals. We'll have an easy. Well, then they'll have to. Damn. They'll have to play Cleveland in the second round, which is not impossible to beat. I don't think Cleveland is impossible to beat if you're Milwaukee. But
I
I ain't
don't
gonna
know,
lie,
man. Cleveland, do you believe in Cleveland?
bro. I thought they would have got 70 wins. I ain't gonna lie. I thought they would have got the 70 wins. But because I was gonna say, as I said, I think I said it before in another episode. If Cleveland gets 70 wins, I've not seen a team besides the Golden State Warriors not win with 70 wins. As in, the Bulls did it, but every team that had 70 wins made the finals. So, as I said in the beginning of the season, I look at them as like Utah when Donovan Mitchell was in Utah with Rudy and all of them. They were
Yeah,
cool. They were cool, but I didn't believe in Utah. Like they weren't good to me.
yeah.
But Cleveland is something else. I don't know. I don't know, man. Cleveland, they could make some noise. I think they're the team to beat Boston.
Yeah, they
Like
could be
last year.
Boston.
Last year, I thought if any team could beat them, it'll be Cleveland. Cleveland was the team for me, but they lost Donovan Mitchell, so that didn't happen.
Yeah,
Now I'm just looking like, damn, son. I don't know, because I want the Knicks to go, but the Knicks are bad. Like when they play these top teams, they're bad. Yeah, they're horrible. But right now, my favorites that I'm rooting for this playoffs, putting in a lot of parlays. But I'm telling you now, Clippers and the Timberwolves, I want them to go far. I think the only team, if they win, I would kind of be upset if they won, is probably Boston. If Boston won, I'd be sick. I don't want to see them win again.
the team
Cause
I want to see win.
or the Knicks, yeah, I want to see the Knicks win too.
The team I want to see win is either Grizzlies, Boston, or Knicks.
Like,
I only say Boston just because of Jason Tatum. I really like his game style. He's one of my favorite players, and he soon be the face of the league. You know, well,
yeah,
it's either Grizzlies, Boston, or the Knicks. The Knicks is where we live. I would like to see a parade for us.
yeah, facts. I'm still trying to go to a Knicks parade.
bro.
We almost had it with the Nets. I keep saying that. We almost had it with the Nets, bro.
Almost. Oh, like
I would
if
have been
KD's
outside
foot
for that.
wasn't on the line, that would have been game over, bro.
I would
I
have been
think KD
outside
was
for that.
too. KD was at that moment. KD just wanted that bucket.
Well, he said he knew. As soon as he shot, he said he knew he his foot was on the line.
Yeah.
That's a lot of basketball to play. You know, how much you've been playing basketball to know exactly that your foot is on the line.
Hmm.
Because he wasn't celebrating when he made the shot. Like when he made it, he wasn't celebrating or nothing. So, damn son, can't believe we didn't get that ring, bro. Looked like
Right.
OKC making a comeback. They was down like 20. Now they down. What's that? 9 with 10 minutes left in the fourth.
Yeah, they down 91-100.
But
It's crazy. Rockets really they impressed me this season with their record.
but I've been calling the Rockets uprise since last year. I
Yeah.
said they had 20 some wins last year. They missed it, but I'm like, bro, with Fred Van Vliet and whoever else, I'm like, bro, they can definitely go further.
Alright. How would you feel if John Moran go to the Rockets? Because Fred Van Vliet is a free agent this summer, and he might be out of there.
How would I feel?
Like, do you
I
think
know what
that
you mean.
team will be?
I don't think they'll be. I don't know if they'll be better because you got to play like Jalen Green. They got to know how to play off each other. But then again, Fred Van Vliet is a veteran presence. Like,
Mm.
I'm not saying he's nice or nothing. I'm not saying like he can't score or nothing, but like he's there to be a vet. Like he's not really there to be Toronto Raptors Fred Van Vliet no more. Because remember, I used to rock with Fred Van Vliet, but he fell off a cliff kind of. I think this year, let me see. Yeah, this year he averaging 14 points, three rebounds, 5 assists. He was averaging 17 last year, 19 the year before, to now he averaging 14 points. Fred Van Vliet. Yeah, they might get him out of there, but I don't know if that's what they want. I
Yeah,
don't know if that's what they want.
they might do it because that's the only trade I see for John Moran. Besides that one, I seen Orlando Magics.
But who would they give up to get Ja in Orlando?
I don't know.
They probably give up Cole Anthony. They probably got to give up Jalen Suggs too.
Yeah,
Jalen Suggs, Cole Anthony. Trying to think, maybe like another defender, so maybe like Jonathan Isaac.
that trade could happen. You never know. But I would like to see John Moran and how you call him?
Jalen Green,
No, not Jalen Green.
Paolo.
Paulo. Yeah,
That'll be good. That'll be good.
because Paulo is a power forward, right? And you
Small
got
forward, power
Frank.
forward. And you got Franz.
Uh,
Yeah, bro. Like, but Orlando, they fell off a cliff because of all the injuries they had.
yeah,
Like, they were a top team in the East. Oh, hold on. Late but on time.
My bad, y'all.
what's up,
But
Dom?
I'm ready to get into it. What's happening, y'all? What's happening?
What's up,
And
man? You
then,
looking
man.
fresh?
Where
And
we at?
man, we was talking about your team earlier. You know, like
Yeah,
I
man.
said, they fell off a cliff, man. I don't know what happened. Like it's looking bad for
What
y'all.
happened to your team, Dom?
I tell you
Especially,
what. I tell you what.
well, you could speak on Dame being out. You could speak on start there and then make your way around the whole team.
Yeah, him being out hurts, but it kind of helps in a weird way. I mean, Giannis is at his best when he able to just control everything. I mean, I know Philly is a terrible example of this because everybody hurt over there,
Mm-hmm.
everybody out for the season. They might as well be tanking for Cooper Flag at this point. But
They might get him. Don't be surprised.
I think you see that like in that with that 17 to 20 game that he had yesterday.
Mhm.
Yeah, the things just run smoother with the ball in his hands. That fit between him and Dame is really not bad, but maybe if I ain't gonna say maybe if he gets a point guard that lets him do that more, that they'll be better. I they'll be better once they just get the whole squad back. Because once before Dame left with his blood clots,
Yeah,
who was that? Jericho Sims got hurt with his thumb, and him and Giannis had a combined on court rating that was like incredible for like defensive rebounds, and that's like huge for the Bucks right now. When they can't get defensive rebounds, they just get slaughtered, bro.
Hmm.
They
When does
they
Bobby come back?
Bobby comes back.
I need him for next week, boy.
yeah.
I ain't even trying to be funny. I'm being serious.
Dumb. I think he's frozen.
Oh yeah, he might have froze. Hold on. He might have froze. Go ahead. Go ahead. You froze. You froze. When does he come back? Did he freeze again?
Yeah, he freeze.
Okay, hold on. Dom, you froze again. Hold on. One more time. You keep
There you
freezing.
go. I lost track, but I think they say he's supposed to be back within 6. He's supposed to be back like 6 games. He has 6 games left, like maybe a week ago, is what I seen. So he shouldn't be too much long before he comes back. He won't help with the defensive issues we've been having, but he'll definitely help us get boards. Because oh my goodness, they need that. Yeah, that's half the battle right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Going into the playoffs, I still think it takes a click, but I know Dame and Giannis got it, but I don't know if they have enough to carry that whole team like that. Cause
I ain't gonna lie. Y'all second best player being Brook Lopez is scary. I don't think that's what you want, bro. I don't
it's
know.
very it's very scary because if you get played off the court to get by like a fast team and
So I said, remember, I said y'all
Where's
should play
Chris
the Knicks
Middleton?
first.
Where's Chris Middleton when you need him?
Facts.
oh man, that man he out hurt. We would probably be doing worse with him, unfortunately, because he just wouldn't be playing. I don't think, and there's no knock to him. Cause Chris is still great. I think he still got what he did against to the Pacers in him. I just think he needs to take his time to actually heal.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, that's why I was saying y'all should play the Knicks first because the Knicks ain't a fast team. Like, they're not like the Pacers. If y'all play the Pacers, it's over.
Yeah, the Knicks would be a good matchup. Really, any of like the slower, grinded out East teams would be a better matchup for us than someone like Cleveland, Indiana, or I think Cleveland and Indiana are really the only teams I worry about. I really don't even worry about Boston too much. Uh, I'm serious. Yeah, I really don't worry about them because the Bucks.
Boston?
Yeah, they can shoot themselves out of games. In all
True.
honesty, they don't
Wait. You
really
talking about with Dame or without Dame?
without Dame, it probably would be easier. With Dame, they'll definitely have trouble like guarding like Peyton Pritchard because I know he's like the guy who kind of gives the Bucks trouble. Like I don't think he's ever had a bad game against Milwaukee. Or I've seen the shot he didn't like against Milwaukee. But like I said, they still really don't put that much fear into my heart because they don't play as fast as Cleveland and Indiana do.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay. I
Yeah,
mean, I could. I don't know why you wouldn't be afraid of Boston, but especially with the roster now, if Dame is not playing, I would be afraid because y'all don't really got nobody to keep up with Boston. I ain't gonna lie. Besides Giannis, like I know Giannis gonna show up, but then if he don't, then you gotta rely on Gary Trent and Kyle Kuzma. It's like and Kevin Porter Jr. Like I don't know if that's the hill you want to die on, but
Hey
I
man,
do.
and Jason Tatum not gonna play bad.
he
He's
might.
not.
Go like he might.
Don't say he
He might
might.
have a bad game or two.
The way I know Jason Tatum play against Milwaukee is he'll play bad. He'll play bad in every game except the one that actually matters. That's usually how he
Oh,
does.
that is matters. The one that matters is the one that matters, and that's
Yes, the one that matters. Everything else is gone. The one that matters matters.
But
like
it could be a toss up at that point as to whether or not they actually win it. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Giannis could do his thing, driving and kicking. Like you say though, it's just tough to have to rely on your role players too in the playoff setting because I've seen that happen for years upon years, and that ain't get them nowhere. That's how
You're
they
right.
lost against Toronto and
Yeah,
Miami.
you're definitely right, bro. I ain't gonna lie though. We were talking about the West Coast. Who do you think will come out of the West, especially how close it is over there with Memphis dropping, uh, Timberwolves? All of them have the same record right now. How do you feel about the Western Conference?
I really call me crazy, but I really like Golden State momentum. I think they've been 10-2
I said
since
that earlier.
they got 10-2. They've been 10-2 since they got Jimmy Butler and
I think it's more than that, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
It's
Jay.
more
No,
than
no,
that now.
it's way more than that. I mean, you
I think
got
it's like
Draymond.
19-2, bro.
Oh, you talking about like the record?
Yeah, with him alone, I think it might be 19-2, bro.
If
I
that's the
could be
case,
wrong.
that's crazy. Then they could take that momentum way into the postseason, especially with Draymond playing at an all what is that DPOY level right now?
Yeah, he
Oh,
doing his presidential candidate run for DPOY right now. On ESPN talking about he should win.
let me go on record as saying I feel like that really should be Dyson Daniels Award. I mean,
I
I
thought
don't
so too.
know. I don't know what more you got to do if you Dyson Daniels to get that award, but shout out Draymond. I guess
Oh,
he's the quarterback in his defense. Um,
they've been 15-2, not 19-2.
15-2.
15 and
15-2 out
2.
there.
That's some crazy momentum to take it to the postseason. I'm telling you, it really is.
Truth be told, I feel like DPOY is a big man award. Like they don't care about that for guards. That's not guards ain't But who do you think? Who, what's the road that Golden State would have to go to what you call it to get to the chip?
To the chip, let me see. Let me
Because
look
I
at the
don't think they
players.
get to the chip playing Denver first round. Like
They
I
did.
know because Jokic will body them. Like
All right, right now they will say if the playoffs start right now, the Lakers will face the Warriors.
yeah,
That's
they beat
easy.
the Lakers
That's an easy clap for them.
yesterday.
Easy
I seen
clap.
that game. Luca, if Luca's not Luca, it's not gonna happen, bro. Because
Like
yesterday
you,
Luca wasn't even himself, bro. He lost me a parlay. Literally, he was the only thing that missed.
Luca, Luca and LeBron got to play in a different level.
I expect LeBron anytime he plays against Steph, he always comes with it, bro. Like that's one thing that you could expect from LeBron. When he plays against Steph, it's like that's his arch nemesis. He has to play.
Yeah, we
Like
gonna
out of everybody LeBron has played in his career, that's his arch nemesis. It's always
yeah,
Steph.
yeah we gonna see prime LeBron come back. So the moment they get in that series together, but it's like you said, it's just the other variables on the Lakers, Luca included.
This go ahead.
I ain't liking that matchup with Curry. If that's who they decide to stick with, which I'm pretty sure they ain't gonna stick. They're not gonna stick Luca on Curry. They do. Oh my goodness, that
Uh,
he gonna be gas, bro.
how,
I don't
how,
think he'll be much use.
how do y'all feel about Austin Reeves?
I turned around on him. I think he's actually no. I'm so serious. I used to be like the main.
Nah, I know that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, like I used
Nobody
to be the
believed in
main
him
non-believer, but I turned it around. I think he's
since the
good.
trade.
Like
He
for
can
for
be a
for what?
good third option.
Yeah, for his role, he's really good. He good at what he do.
But
He didn't took that leap to show he kind of like that consistent third option. So I can't be mad at him.
he's been a third option for years. So that's why it's like
No, but he's like legitimate now. Like this man
Nah,
is
he's
like
showing like, yo, I
yeah.
can.
but who was the third option over him before? That's why I'm like I don't see
There's
he's been consistent. Like he's been not dropping 30 and stuff, but like he's been consistently
before
at 18
Not
point per game score.
I would
Damn.
say before people wouldn't think Austin Reeves is the third option. It was always like LeBron and AD only.
I don't know who they third option. I don't think Rui was ever a solidified third option. I don't think
Rui first got there. I think that he was kind of like starting to be that guy. But
But
that
he didn't show himself. He didn't prove himself.
Austin Reeves eventually took that. And this season, he's been I would even almost like dare like even go as far as to say that Austin Reeves is actually like taking over some games. Not this. It hasn't been like a whole lot, but that's exactly what you would need. Especially when you have LeBron out or Luca out, and he's been able to carry that torch for like he had like 25 and double digit assists, stuff like that. Like that's what I'm like. Okay, I can respect that. You give him the
Um,
ball and that's gonna do his thing. He'll do it for you.
I know that we talking about the playoffs right now. Right now a potential Western Conference championship game is going on with the Thunder and the Rockets. It's a very entertaining game. The Rockets might have figured out OKC in the sense of, as we were saying earlier, Dom, just stop Shea and you just got to rely on everybody else. J
Of
Dub got
course.
30, Chet got 20, iHeart got 16, and Shea got 22. Everybody else don't got double digits.
Yep.
So, and they're down 13 points. And
It's Go
go
ahead, go
ahead.
ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I've been wrestling with this for a while now. I don't even know if I believe in OKC or Houston like that. OKC, I just don't
The
believe
West is open.
they fought enough battles.
Excuse me.
Houston is nice. They're deep. They can defend, but I just think they like that go-to scoring punch. I mean, this kind of I don't know if I'm kind of like going with like the status quo take here, but I just don't really believe in Shingun as the like all right, so like get this man the ball with like at at the end of the game and let him and watch magic happen.
I hear you, but I also think, truth be told, I trust him more than I do Jalen Green. In the sense of in a playoff setting, I don't know if Jalen Green has the offense for a
I,
playoff
I,
setting.
I do too, but that's the but that's my problem is that I have to trust Shingun, but like I
I just
trust
trust him to
Shingun.
be consistent. Like I don't think he will fall off a cliff as compared to
I don't
Jalen Green.
I don't think so either. But I just like in those moments where you really have to squeeze out every single possession, I just don't know if Houston has that straight up go to guy at like
No, they don't.
all three levels.
No,
You
they
know what
don't.
I'm saying? Yeah.
They're more of a team thing, but I think that's where Men Thompson comes in because he's a player that will create the offense for them in the sense of his defense would create plays because I don't think I think he would change the dynamic of how a game will go down in the sense of you got a Men Thompson guarding your best player, he's getting stops, and then now y'all running. They're gonna have to play like how Indiana plays, just run, go, go, go. They can't really play in a half court offense. It's not gonna work. Like a slow playoff offense, they can't. That's not gonna work for them because they're too easy to guard because everybody is inconsistent. If you understand what I'm saying, like
I get that, but I don't know if that's
they gotta
sustainable.
rely on their defense
Yeah, they do, but I don't know if that would be necessarily sustainable for them. It makes sense. I mean, we saw Indiana get to what, the ECF last year.
off of their defense and they running.
Yeah,
But
go
this is
ahead.
the West, though. I already said before you joined that the Rockets is the easiest team to beat in the Western Conference. I said that already. No offense, it's them in the Grizzlies. No offense. That's the two teams I think are the easiest to beat in the West. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, what you call it? Like the Rockets. I think when I say they're easy, I don't think they get swept, but I don't. Oh damn, J Dub, that's tough. That's tough, J Dub. But I don't think they're a second round team. I think they potentially lose in the first round. If they get to the second round, they exceed expectations. But
do
I'm a
you
Jalen Green guy, so I would like to see him go further.
so
Than
do you feel like that playoff outing, that like their playoff? Do you feel like the round they get knocked out in is entirely dependent upon who they play? Like just the matchup, pretty much.
yeah. I think if they play the Grizzlies first round, they could beat them. Like that would be probably game 7, but they could beat them. If they play the Clippers in the first round, that might be a whole.
They're
That
not
might
beating
be
the Clippers.
yeah.
they're not.
That might be a tough one. I ain't gonna lie.
They're not
But
beating the Clippers.
if they beat, I think that's the only two teams. Minnesota actually they might beat Minnesota. They could beat Minnesota in the series. Like only because, like I said before, Minnesota is one of those teams where they're so good, but then again, they get so bad. Like it's like they're not the same team. But when Minnesota's hot, they're hot. But I don't know how to put it. I do think I'm a Rockets guy. I like the Rockets this year. From the past 2 years, I kept saying they're gonna win more games, bro. Oh damn, good move, Şengün. Damn, you talk about Şengün, he just hit Chet with a move. I ain't gonna lie. Hit him with a spin dunk. Crazy. But yeah, like he has 31 on Chet right now. That's crazy.
Chet,
31 with 2 boards. He only has 2 boards though.
two
And Chet
boards is
only has 4.
crazy. Who's
Chet
taking
only
them all?
Steven Adams got 12.
Okay, okay.
And Jabari got 17 rebounds. I should have took the over on his rebounds. But yeah. The Rockets, but see, this is what they do to OKC, but I don't know if I could see them if they make it to the conference against OKC, right? Let's just say if, because the West is wide open, bro. Like, let's not act like the West is completely over. It's really not.
Far from it.
I do see a good series, like maybe 6 games out of OKC and the Thunder.
I didn't
Like
hear your question.
I said, I do see the Thunder and the Rockets going 6 games minimum. Because I think the
Six
Rockets give
games.
OKC a tough challenge. Like they're pretty much the same team. It's just that the Rockets don't have the bigs, but they do at the same time. Like Şengün and Steven Adams is like Chet and Ihart. It's just Chet is more perimeter based, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, yo,
But they don't have a Shea. But if you watch this game, Jalen Green is like what Shea is in a sense. Like they're both doing the back and forth, like mid range threes. Feel me? It's very similarly constructed teams.
Mhm.
Like obviously he's better, but you got Thompson that's like Lou Dort. Like they both just defensive guys that bring a lot on that side of the ball. It's weird. Like watching them play each other, like they're similarly constructed.
it's like it's just kind of like the not I wouldn't say like evil clones, but they just kind of the Rockets are kind of like the bizarre,
Doppelgangers.
yeah, like the Bizarro OKC kind of.
Yeah, bro. Like look at that. Chet, not Chet. Şengün again.
Dom,
Oh my gosh.
how
Go
do
ahead.
you feel if John Moran get traded to the Rockets?
If John Morant, oh, I think Memphis would never. I think they sooner rather go get
Woo! Sorry,
before
my
they
fault.
trade up drop before they trade drop to the Rockets. I mean, if that happens for the Rockets, you can pencil them in for probably a good finals run, but it depends on who they give up. They give up the
OKC threw in the towel, dog. OKC threw in the
Yeah,
towel.
it
what I
depends who they give up.
what I can't get out of my mind right now is did y'all already get the chance to talk about the Clippers? Because honestly, before you
No.
even brought them
Well,
up,
yeah. Well, yes and no. Yes and no.
Yes or no?
before
We kind of sort of talk about the Clippers, but we can
yeah
start a conversation
yeah
about that.
before you said something about them, I completely forgot about them as like somebody who could come out the West, and that's to me a very real scenario. Especially with the way they defend, especially with the way Kawhi has kind of basically been on the tear this past what like fourth of the season. I want to say that the last what is that 3/4 that I well, not even bro. It's like I'll say like 80% of the season, 20% I
Um,
should say. The last 20% he's been doing.
um, off topic because I'm gonna get back to the Clippers because I did say something about the Clippers. If y'all can watch this whole game or watch the highlights of this game, you'll see why I'm saying the Rockets actually could beat anybody but lose to anybody. Because what Jalen Green is doing, I've never seen him play like this. Maybe because I don't watch them enough, but he's been hitting off the
Jalen
glass
Green is
jumpers.
the
I'm a
unicorn,
Jalen
bro.
Green guy. That guy, he was always a sporadic player. Like he just flying in the air, like. But he had control this game, and I like to see that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I
I
just
love
want to
Coming
to
see
see
his
to
that.
mid
he
range
gonna be one of the best players in the league soon.
They
that
beat
once
OKC by double digits, bro.
once that mid range gets there. Yeah, I can definitely respect it because I think right now he's just like shooting one of the
Sporadic.
worst. Yeah, he's
Yeah, he's not
super
shooting.
streaky from there.
Yeah,
Um. Okay, so back to the Clippers though. At the start of this podcast, not this episode, when we started this, it was probably episode 4, maybe in the beginning. It's one of the single digit episodes. I specifically said that if Kawhi Leonard comes back healthy, I had the game plan. I said if Kawhi comes back, I said after the All Star break, but he came back before. But I said if he's healthy, 100% healthy, you know what I'm saying? Like they fully let him heal and come back properly, they can win the championship. I said that because you gotta look at the team they have. They have a bunch of dogs around the stars. This is pretty much Houston James Harden with Kawhi Leonard, bro. Like you just gotta hope James Harden can finish inside the paint more. Like you just gotta hope his inside inside the 3-point line scoring comes back. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But Kawhi Leonard, I said this earlier too, Dom. Kawhi Leonard is the only person with like 4 knee surgeries to come back shiftier than he was before he had surgery. Because I know you follow Brett Usher. His scoring and his handle has been on something else that I think they might have to drug test that guy, bro. Because Kawhi Leonard might be better now than he was before. In the sense of as a ball handler. Like the way he moves with the ball and how he's getting to where he needs to go. It's scary, bro.
To me, it's just being able to see it again. I think he's always had this like same bag, but we just ain't been able to see
He
it
was
in
always
so
more
long.
stiff. He's always been stiff, though.
Yeah, he has, especially the jumper. But yeah, I can kind of see your point because I do remember his game against Milwaukee. And I think he was pulling out some stuff I don't think I've seen him do it in his career. So
Bro,
yeah,
that move he hit Dame went like between the whoop whoop and then he hit the reverse layup. Kawhi plays so stiff, but it's like, yo, I ain't gonna lie. I was watching the tape and I'm like, if Kawhi gets one more ring, I might have to put he already is a top 10 small forward, but he'll be entering. He might be borderline 5, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Eh, Kawhi is a small forward. We got to take out injuries for him because we know what he was doing minus them injuries, bro.
we do, yeah.
2021, they 9 times out of 10 was going to the chip that year, bro. Like they beat Utah. They more than likely was beating Phoenix with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard there, bro. And they probably played the Nets or the Bucks. And that series, the finals, I don't know who wins, but it would have. They made the finals, bro.
Then we went to game 6.
Bro, Kawhi, bro. I think call me crazy. He's one of the best players I've ever seen. I ain't gonna lie. Like from me, that's what you call. He had literally a 2K my career. Every year you got way better than what you was. You went from a role player to a star. Like he might have started out with like the 3 or the defense next to his name, and then he got a whole star, and like it's his team now. Like if you would have seen him in San Antonio, probably you wouldn't have thought he would have stayed like this. But when he got to Toronto, you knew it was over.
Yeah, that season, I, that was I don't know if I can really if for as long as I've been watching basketball, I don't know if I've ever seen like an individual season that good, like where you just kind of like just thinking about what everything Kawhi has done, and then he just goes to another team and just gets them a ship like. But
Okay.
that is to say that like Toronto had probably one of the greatest defenses ever, but yeah, because of their team makeup with Danny Green, Marc Gasol,
Mm-hmm.
and all of and Kyle Lowry and so on and so forth. But just the fact that he was able to just kind of go there, win
Yeah.
that, and then just dip. You know what I'm saying? That's just
Yeah.
crazy to me.
Call me
Yeah.
crazy. To me, he's a top 10 player. I don't think he's ever left the top 10, only because he was always injured. Like, I don't think there's 10 players better than a healthy Kawhi Leonard. I'm sorry. I wouldn't say he's top 5 anymore, but I think he's still top 10. Because same with Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis, when he's healthy, we know what Anthony Davis does. Like, he just beat the Rockets off a game winner the other day. You know, he's not playing today, but still. Like, bro. And call me crazy. Kawhi's best year, it wasn't even really Toronto. I know he won the chip that year. I know he won the chip. But 2021 Kawhi in the playoffs was a different problem, bro. Like, that guy was scary. You know what I'm saying? If you remember what he was doing in 2021, that was the year when they played Dallas. They were losing and they came back 3-1, I think, against Dallas. Like Marcus Morris was the primary defender on Luka, and Kawhi said, "Nah, I'm guarding him now." and then they won 3 straight.
Yeah, I
And
think I remember that series. That was the bubble or after the bubble.
that was the year after the bubble. The bubble year, he averaged his most 27 points. But that year, he had a stinker in Game 7 against the Nuggets when he had 14 points. But
Mhm.
I don't think we've ever seen a bad Kawhi playoff series. Like, he's never had a bad series. Like, he might have a bad game, a bad half of a game, maybe a bad half of a series, but never a bad series. Like,
Mm-mm. No.
Kawhi is one of them guys, bro. I feel like he's one of the people you gotta tell your kid about. Like how people be trying to talk about Elgin Baylor and stuff. You gonna have to talk about Kawhi, bro. Like
Yeah.
he broke up 2 dynasties, bro. He broke up the Warriors and he broke up Miami. I know they people. Oh, he didn't break up Miami. Nah, bro. He was
Nah,
a part of that.
LeBron was scared of him.
And what he did against Giannis too. No, not trying to be funny. Like that series against Milwaukee, when he was kind of like the primary defender on Giannis, was tough.
Yeah, I think he kind of pulled the same thing he pulled against Luca, where once I think the Bucks went up 2-0. He just kind of took control of that match. He think he told Nick Nurse that he wanted that matchup, and after that,
You gotta
that went
respect it,
way
bro.
better for him.
You gotta respect it, bro. I'm
Gotta
not gonna
respect it,
lie.
man.
Kawhi
I
was
run.
Kawhi. I always liked Kawhi, but I just couldn't say he was one of my favorites. But now I think it's set in stone, bro. Kawhi is that guy, bro. I have to. I'm currently on the NBA store. Might get his jersey for my wall. Let's see how much it costs. $40. Okay. Kawhi is that guy, bro.
Did
I
he
do
play?
wish. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, no, you go ahead. I was just gonna ask if they have a jersey of him from with the pinstripes on it, like the Raptor. The
The Raptors, Kawhi.
yeah,
Let me look
was he
that up.
playing there? For playing there when they bought those back? I don't think
No,
so.
no, 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 no. That was this year they brought those back. No, because that was the OVO year. No, when they had the OVO jerseys,
That was the OVO year, yeah.
the black and gold. They had the all gold jerseys. I think, if I'm not mistaken. You can get a Kawhi Leonard jersey from Toronto on eBay. They got the black one. They got a white one for $38. A nine. Oh no. Yeah, but you could get it on eBay for sure.
Okay.
But yeah, Kawhi. I ain't gonna lie. There's a few jerseys I want to get. Like, it was. It's obviously a dream, but I want to get like the most randomest jerseys from players that I like. Like, I know everybody got their star players that they like, but I
Yeah.
like I like a lot of role players, bro. Like, there's a lot of role players that I think are because to me, role players do more than the star players. If you really think about it, I know the star players have a lot to do with the success of winning, but you can't win without a good role player, bro. Like, you're not gonna win without like the. Hear me when I say I'm not trying to say he's nice or he's a valuable player, but like a Kyle Kuzma, like third options, Dante DiVincenzo's, Isaiah Stewart's. You don't win without those type of players, bro. Like, I know Isaiah Stewart is a crash out, but he does a lot for Detroit, bro.
Oh yeah, he does.
Like
That's
I was
his
saying
thing.
earlier, Dom, before you go, I was saying because Pat asked me about the fight that happened with the Timberwolves and the Pistons. I said people don't like Isaiah Stewart, but I do. I like players like him. They're enforcers. Like, not everybody got to average 20 points, and you
Yep.
need them players that's gonna back up your star players and be the info. Don't mess with my players, bro. Don't talk to
Yep.
my
You
team.
need yourself a Draymond or Dennis Rodman on the team, man. A Ron Artest.
Yeah, bro. Like, he over there talking crazy to Steph, bro. Like, Steph of all people, he don't care.
And I don't recall who I said this about, but I do know I said this earlier on in the pod. I probably might have been talking about Isaiah Stewart when I said this, but you just really got to have somebody like that on your team, because otherwise you just gonna get punked. Bucks was like
Yeah,
that for the longest time until they got somebody like Bobby to come in and
yeah,
just be rah rah. Like you said,
And
these
that wow out here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, Isaiah Stewart, how they say about Patrick Beverly, how they say about Marcus Smart, Kyle Lowry, them the people that you love to have on your team, but hate to
yeah,
cheer again, but hate
yeah.
when they're not on your team. And for me,
Bro.
Isaiah Stewart ain't even got to be on my team. I love dude, man.
Yeah, bro. People like, oh, he's just a crash out. I've never seen a highlight of his because you don't watch basketball. I've seen Isaiah Stewart dunk the ball. He's one of them bigs. He get dunked on. He on the next play. He don't care. Like, bro. Because people be like, oh, he get dunked on. At least he's jumping. Like you got these bigs. Like no offense, Jokic, you don't play defense. Like they just go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like Isaiah Stewart is up here, boom, blocking shots and getting rebounds. He might average 8 points, but them 8 points mean a lot. You could tell it means a lot because when he's not on the floor, they collapse. Like their team is not the same team.
Don't let the advanced stats nerds hear you say that Jokic don't play no defense.
I say he don't. Let me get this straight, bro. When I say play defense, I mean you actually out here being a Isaiah Stewart, a Draymond, like a protector of the paint. Like we don't feel like we can attack you, like a Wemby, like AD. Like that's what I mean by play defense. Everybody plays defense in the NBA, but not everybody is good at defense in the NBA. If that makes sense, I hope people can.
No. But I'm they'll even say no. They'll disagree with that too. They'll say
You can't tell me what Jokic is a rim protector. That means you don't watch basketball, bro. I'm sorry.
The defensive box. I just read an article today that they were saying that Jokic is a mastermind for leading the league and kick balls. Like get the.
No, they make up stats for people, bro. They make up stats, bro. Because they did the same for Luka, saying that he leads the league in blow-bys. Since when did we start tracking blow-bys?
When did we start tracking kick balls? When
Exactly.
do kick balls change anything? They just run a different play, like
literally.
They
But
just
like,
added stuff.
maybe the next episode, maybe next week, whenever that is. Oh,
Yeah.
before we go, Dami, I give you opinion on what's called the Memphis situation. But before next week, we could probably talk about our favorite or the X factors of every team in the playoffs, or that should make the playoffs. So probably because the West isn't set yet. The East is set. Like they got 1 through the whole plane. They got that set. So it'll be, you can probably do your research from now, but it's Cleveland, Boston. Let me look at the standings, bro. Hold on.
and this is X factors from every team.
Yeah, like who we think would be the biggest X factor from every team. So we got Cleveland, Boston, New York, Indiana, Detroit, Milwaukee, Orlando, Atlanta, Miami, Chicago. That's the 10 East teams that have a chance of making the playoffs. Every other team is out. Toronto's out, Brooklyn out, Philly out, Charlotte out, and Washington is out. Now,
Philly.
The West is kind of still open. I don't know how but the 10 teams right now, as we speak, are OKC, Houston, Denver, LA, both LAs, Golden State, Memphis, Minnesota, Dallas, Sacramento. So that's the teams that are for sure not for sure. Besides Dallas and Sacramento, they're not for sure. But the other 8 teams are definitely for sure making the play-in tournament. But they say Phoenix still got a chance, Portland still got a chance, and San Antonio still have a chance. Don't know how, but they also have a chance.
I don't know. We getting ready to wrap this up, but how we feeling about it? Did you already speak on Kevin Durant leaving in off-season news?
I think we did. I just was like, I don't want to give up a player like Jaden McDaniels. I don't want to give him up. I don't want to give up a player like Alexander Walker and Nas Reed for him. Those are not players I would trade for Kevin Durant at this point of Kevin Durant.
So you basically saying you wouldn't want to see him in the Minnesota jersey?
I do, but I just don't think if you're Minnesota, you don't want to trade younger to get older because KD's gonna be there for what, 2 years maybe, and then now you back at square one because you don't have the defense that you had before. You don't have the energy that you had before. Feel me? You're gonna run who? Anthony Edwards, Julius Randle, and Kevin Durant with Rudy Gobert? Like that's a disaster, bro. Like with Mike Conley, like come on, bro. That's not.
I feel like Kevin Durant's future probably lies like entirely. Just to make this quick, I think his future like basically relies entirely upon when the Houston Rockets get knocked out, if they get knocked out. If the Houston Rockets get first round, you bet they calling up Phoenix. But if they make it to like the conference finals, they probably might just run it back.
You say Houston, I think Miami calls for Kevin Durant, bro. I know it's a crazy thing to say, but there's no way they were a 6 seed at first, 6, 7 seed, and they just dropped to 9, bro. Like I don't know what happened to them, because I don't think they're that bad of a team. They just
chemistry is not there.
But Dom, before we go, how do you feel about the whole Memphis thing that's been going on for the past 2 weeks? Starting with the Desmond Bain, the Taylor Jenkins firing, now John Morant getting fined 75K. How do you feel about and Jaren Jackson potentially being there's a conspiracy saying that he's been forced to sit out so he doesn't win DPOY so they don't give him the supermax.
All right.
So how do you feel about that?
Well, we can start off with, like you say, what's that? Desmond Bain and Santi Aldama, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, just, yeah. You know what? When you to kind of rope this into the Taylor Jenkins thing at the same time, I don't know if he was just losing them to the point where they do got to fight over stuff like that. I know they had a bad record against like actual winning teams for a little bit now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, that stuff can get frustrating. You can get to the point where you like just where you and somebody got to jaw at each other on the bench. Y'all teammates, you feel me? I didn't, but you know what I'm saying. I don't think that's necessarily too big of a deal because it just happened. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I used to see Giannis and Chris argue with each other on the bench
Mm-hmm.
and so on and so forth.
But they never put hands on each other though.
Mm-hmm.
You never seen Giannis push Chris Middleton, bro. Not like how Desmond Bain did it.
Yeah, that's true. But I have seen Giannis threaten to beat up a coach. So
Yeah.
all that stuff just happened in the heat of the moment, for real. So yeah, I don't think there's too much within that Santi Aldama and Desmond Bain situation until they actually get to throwing hands in practice, a la Bobby Portis and Miritich. But moving forward to the Taylor Jenkins thing, I think it's wild, but it's not too wild at the same time. The system
Mm-hmm.
was kind of
You
just
gotta
put
think of
into
what he
place
did
for
for them though, Dom. You gotta think what he
yeah,
was doing.
it,
It's not
it
only this
makes
year though.
sense.
We talking about from the time he got hired till now.
I know. And that's what I was thinking about. I'm just like, it makes sense, but it doesn't. Why I say it doesn't make sense initially is accounted for everything he's did for the franchise since he's been there. When you have out for all the things he's had to set out with injuries and off court issues, considering he did a good job of keeping the team rolling and also instilling the system because he didn't really have that many touches as he used to before all this stuff. Taylor Jenkins did a good job of putting in the system in which it was more team ball and not necessarily jaw centric.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It didn't this season necessarily translate to the wins they needed because, like I said, I did take a peek at their wins against 500 teams and it was not that good for I think a stretch. I think post All Star break it was really bad. If I want to say it was like zero and however much. I think it was like 12 or something like that.
Yeah.
You're more than welcome to quote me on that one because I can't remember what the number was, but it was bad. So I can
I can
understand
look up the
them
record.
letting him go in the off season, but not in the middle of the season for something like that.
Yeah, not
And then
it's not even the middle, bro. It's the end of the season, bro.
well yeah, the end of the season, like y'all are playoff bound. You gonna toss the coach that just basically shows that they kind of gave up on the season. In my honest opinion, them sitting out Jaren Jackson Jr. to save money makes a ton of sense. If I was Jaren Jackson Jr., I would bolt. But because you playing with my money like that, I'm gonna be totally real because that's how a lot of players feel. You know, you send me mess up my money. Okay, bet I ain't playing for
Yeah.
you again.
Literally.
If I was Jaren Jackson Jr. in the offseason, I'd be going around just like Harden did with Daryl Morey
Literally.
and
'Cause,
calling him a liar on national TV. but
yeah.
Well, yeah, it's that whole Memphis situation is just it just I just can't understand how it blew up the way it did. It should have been working.
It
They
was
should be
scary in
where
the beginning.
OKC is right now to me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Literally. They're all similarly constructed teams. The double bigs. You got you got Edie and Jackson. You got
Yeah.
Chet and Adams, and you got iHeart and no, not Chet. Sorry, Sengun and Adams, Chet and iHeart. They're all similarly built teams, bro. Because in my
It's a
humble
shame.
estimation, like that's the new wave right now. The new teams they're gonna try and do double big lineups. One scoring big and one defensive big. But
They realizing that it's all about height now.
Yeah,
Not
it's
height, but
all about
length.
height.
okay. Last thing, just to get your opinion, how you feel about Melo and now Dwight Howard both making the Hall of Fame first ballot?
Congratulations to them both. But shout out Marcus Johnson. Get that man in the Hall of Fame. Ain't no reason the man who's sitting on Jordan's Marcus Johnson, Bucks legend. You know this. You know you got a picture of Michael Jordan, right? Michael Jordan is he in his college dorm. He got the headset on. You know, he was they caught him in the picture doing a little dance. Right there in the background, you get a little poster that say that got Marcus Johnson on it. If you own Michael Jordan wall as a poster, you need to be in the Hall of Fame. I ain't not to detract too much, but I just need to put that out there. Congratulations to Melo. Congratulations to Dwight. They should be first ballot.
Yo, you're the
And
only Bucks fan that I was shout out an
No,
OG.
I'm just saying you
Yeah.
got to get him in there. If he on Michael Jordan, if Michael Jordan had his poster, you got to get him in there. But like I say, shout out to Melo for all the Olympic stuff that he did. I think he had like the longest amount, the most amount of appearances on the team, or the most golds.
So I think he at one
One
point he
one.
did. I think now it's him and KD. But that being
I would
said,
be shocked if KD.
you say you'd be shocked if KD had it.
Yeah, or if he tied it.
I mean, KD been on that
But
Olympic
KD
team
has.
for that long now.
Yeah, he has.
But with that being said, you know that's episode 27.
Episode
Next
27, man.
next week we shall be back, and we shall definitely have more conversation. You know, with the X factors, the playoffs is horizon, so you know we're gonna
Yep.
be here chatting it up with y'all about the playoffs. And yeah, anything else before we get out of here?
No,
Shout out Beef Stew again. His rim percentage, his rim defense percentage is crazy, y'all. Go look it up. He's one of the best interior defenders we have today.
This guy,
He's
listen.
not trash.
NBA. Shout out to John Wick.
this guy, this guy.
Nah, let
Yeah.
me stop. Let me stop.
And
Thank
he
you for
ain't do
all
nothing
the
wrong. They shouldn't find him for that. They
yeah,
should have
Yeah.
fined Buddy Hield that too.
word. But yeah, shout out to all the support.
Need to find Buddy Hield for them big ass veneers. I can't even see the TV when he play. Every time he opened his mouth, his reflection blind me. I can't see the court.
This
How
guy.
y'all, wait, before we end, how y'all feel about John Moran calling Kevin Ware a pigeon?
Yeah, that was
A
random.
pigeon?
Taylor Rooks got him acting
I didn't
different.
even know what that meant when I saw that. I'm gonna be real.
Word.
Is Zuri
For
still
the
there?
Heat.
Cause he
What's his name?
Khalil Ware.
Yeah, Khalil Ware. I said his name wrong. Khalil Ware. He called him a pigeon.
Uh, so
I didn't
with
even
that
get to
being
see that game when he hit it, but if he called him a pigeon, he must have been jumping like crazy.
son. With that being said, I will catch y'all on the next one. Thank you for all the love and support. We on the way, man.
Support, like and subscribe. You know what it is. I Test Podcast. We out.
We out here.